This video is made possible by the following sponsors. Make sure to check out their awesome products in the links below. Hey guys, Jimmy here and welcome back to iRacing for another video. Today we are back in our favourite struggle bus, the BMW Z4, this time for the Blank Pan Endurance Series at Spa. Now the reason why I say struggle bus is because, well, I've said a couple of times over the last couple of videos in the Z4, and this car is probably towards the slow end of the field, nowhere more so than at Spa. Every time I get to a straight, I seem to lose out big time. I was actually following a McLaren up the Kemmel straight, and even in the tow, it was pulling away from me and gained about 3/10 by the end of the straight. But I will stay with the Z4 until the bitter end, or until I'm collected at Radeon, like a very certain iRacing Rage Quit video a long time ago.
Go left.
And instead of out and out pace, I'm going to be focusing on consistency and try not to pick up too many off tracks. Spa is infamous for off tracks around here. I'd say it's probably one of the strictest tracks with going wide onto runoff areas, etc. So very easy to actually end up getting DQ'd here if you aren't careful. Okay then, well, I'm in this session now, and the non-blind among you will notice that I'm actually wearing different clothes. That's because this part of the video takes part a day after the introduction. Yesterday I did take part in the DT3 race, the one that I was sort of in the server for before, and this happened. That's going to give me a little bit of a chance to take this through. Oh, car round! I'm fucking out! God damn it! So I'm back today. I lost a bit of iRating, actually went back below 2k again, so it seems I'm just not destined to be above 2000 iRating. This time I'm the 16 car in this split, so quite a bit further down, and I am probably the only BMW in the field, to be honest. In a way, I'm sort of glad that yesterday's race didn't work out, because I've had a bit more time to practice and now I feel a little bit more consistent in the car. My best time I did on the race fuel was an 18.1, still a long way off the AMGs, who are just the superior car around here, but better than my previous time, so that's something, I suppose. The qualifying drawing to a close then, and I'm not too bad a session, I guess, considering the car. I'm 13th out of 23 starters, which is for me, you know, pretty quite close in the middle of the pack. I'm not sure how I'm going to be in the race. I think I'm pretty much the only Z4 in here. I haven't checked. We'll see in a second when I grid up anyway. But as I've said before, my goal for this race is just to try and get through and lose as little I rating and safety rating as possible. Sitting at the back of the course then, just before Blanchimont, waiting for the pace car to pull off. As you can see in front of me, an absolute sea of AMGs. I did actually see an Audi up there as well, and there is an Audi directly behind me, so it isn't just AMGs, thank God. But I'm very sure that I am the only BMW in here, so I guess I'm going to go for, at least I'll win something. I'll win the BMW class. Anyway, starting 13th. I'm unsure what to expect from this race. I'm going to struggle. It's going to be quite a frustrating one, I think, but I'm going to try and make the best of it. Of course, I did have the option to change a different car. That option isn't closed to me, but I'm sort of almost role-playing this as a real team where I can't just change my car mid-season. I've got to put up with the car as it is at this circuit and hope for maybe BOP in future rounds. But anyway, here we go. Pulling away. I'm going to be starting on the inside line, which means I'll be, well, on the inline at the source anyway, inside I should say, sorry. But we actually go green after the source. That's when the pace car comes in before, but we go green on the back straight, which is, I'm not quite sure, the endurance pit straight, I suppose you call it. Which is quite confusing in the first race I did, because everyone checked up and crashed into the back of each other. Luckily I avoided that. But it did mean they made a little bit of a bunch up here, but I think now hopefully everyone's going to have that experience and not make the same mistake. So, sort of preparing myself. I've set all my pit stop up already. I'm going to be taking 30 litres at the stop. I can probably take a little bit less, but Spiro's a long lap, so there's no point in risking fuel around here. Pace car's in. I'm going to just watch the people at the front. I don't think we'll be going just yet, so I'm going to just be nice and easy. Follow the 17 through. Yep, we're still bunched up. Still bunched up for now. No point going before La Source if you are the leader, because you just invite people to dive bomb you, so we probably won't be seeing that as we go. Down the first gear for the start. Nice and easy now, just sort of focusing. It's going to be a difficult line going down to Blanchimont. This car isn't fast in a straight, sorry, down to Eau Rouge, sorry. This car is not a fast car in a straight line, so I might end up having to sort of give up a place or two there. So here we go then through the source. I think we're going now. Nice and tight. Yep, we're going. It's a green flag. Car is on my left. He should pull past me. He will do before we go down to Eau Rouge. A little bit of a gap behind me, so that's good. I haven't got to worry about that just now. Just look in front. Gonna have a little breathe on the throttle first time through. I think it's very cold. You see the AMG in front getting very slow through that. I have to actually get on the brakes to avoid going to the back of him. Just frustrating because now I'm going to lose speed even though I'm sitting right deep in the draft. You see the AMG now starting to pull away a tiny bit. Actually no, I'm staying just about with him right now. I'm going to look to the inside. Maybe I can do something here. Outbrake him maybe. To the inside. No, he comes across. Not much choice there, but let him have that. Nice easy start to the race. Drama free, it's what we like. Now coming down to Rivage for the first time. Maybe I'll have a little poke here. No, I'm trying to just make a mistake going to that corner there. A bit early to be doing that sort of thing, but I've got to strike while the iron is hot. Of course, start of the race, everyone's close together. And as the race progresses, people are going to spread out a bit more. It's going to be more difficult for me to get onto the back of someone. Now down to Pouon for the first time. 5th gear on the way in. Down to 4th. Roll it in, then I'll throttle nice and smooth. Try and clip this curb here, or aim for it anyway. Someone goes wide on the exit, that'll be enough track for him. Now down to the Fanny chicane. Nice and easy. 4th and then 3rd. The coast on this diff setting is quite aggressive, so I have to be quite gentle going into the corners. It does offer me a bit more rotation though going into the corner, but of course the downside to that is that the rear end will like to come round if I'm not careful. So through Stavilo 1, 4th gear. Through Stavilo 2, a little bit of a lift, and now back on again. I'm relying big time now on this draft from the car in front to pull me or keep me in contention anyway. The AMG behind me is going to have to draft as well, and he's going to be faster than me, so I might have to look at defending coming down to the bus stop. Through Blanchimont, lift, understeer the way through there. See how, yeah, off track there. I think I'm better off just picking that up to be honest and keeping the position. And we brake hard down to the bus stop. The guys in front actually pretty slow through there. I used to take second, don't know why I took first. That's one lap almost completed anyway. And I think we're in, where are we? We'll have to wait to across the grind. I think I might have gained a position. I think I've moved up to 12th. The guy behind, yeah, I jumped the guy who started 12th on the line there, so that's good. That's something at least. Full lock almost. Easy on the throttle. Even with traction control, it's very easy to get the wheels spinning out of there, which you do not want. Not falling back too much on the cars in front. I'm going to be under attack, I think, coming down to Les Combes the first time through. Or second time through, I should say. Again, a little bit of a lift there, just to get the front end turned in. The car will push if you stay flat through there. I have tried it. And they end up going over the sort of to the left at the top of Radion there. You can end up actually picking up a slow down penalty, which is just horrible down the straight because you lose so much time. Guys in front having a little bit of a look at each other, which is good. So that's where I'm slow. This is where I'm fast for the middle sector. This is where I can sort of bring the gap back down a little bit if I don't make mistakes like that. Pushing a little bit wide there, a bit of understeer there. The car does have a bit of understeer sort of dialed into the setup. It's safe that way, of course, but does mean I've got to be aware of it. Because understeer is bad steer. We don't like that here. Through no name. Again, see that the car sort of washes a bit at the front there. What you want to try and do through there ideally is be really nice and smooth in the transition between the brake and the throttle. And that usually means you escape that wash. But sometimes I get a little bit too enthusiastic and I do go a bit wide there. Guy in front goes wide, speaking of. Not really much I can do here right now at the moment. I've got to just try and stay within striking distance in case something goes wrong up front. There's a cloud of dust kicked up by someone running it a bit wide there. Then I'm using all the road and a little bit more just to try and stay on the back of this AMG in front, who then goes wide at Stavilo 1. If I were in an AMG now, I'd be primed to probably overtake off track number 2. But now I've got to just stay here and wait. It's actually quite difficult being this close to someone because you don't get a good a visual of Blanchimont here. So I always try and be a little bit further back. I can actually see where I'm turning, and luckily in the Z4 that isn't a problem because they just pull away, but usually it is anyway. Guy brakes super early for the bus stop. I'll take advantage of that, thank you very much. And you see, again, just having to wait for the diff to sort itself out of their traction control. Nice, gained a place there, didn't expect that. Don't know why he braked so early. I think maybe he just got his braking point completely wrong, and that allowed me to sneak up the inside. Does mean now that I'm going to be on the defensive coming down the hill, and there's not much I can really do here, to be honest. I've got to just sort of go inside and hope that he can't get round me. Hope I have a good run through here as well. That will help me. We'll see. Let's focus on it for now, shall we? Yeah, little lift. Got too close to the inside there. Hit the curb. Yeah, nothing I can do about it. AMG is going to just pull past me. I'll take the inside line, of course, but there's not much else I can do apart from wait. Yeah, just drives past me. That's just fortunately the downside for driving this car around here. Not much I can do there. Got to just follow him now through Les Comps. You might say, Jimmy, you could run less wing. I'm not running much wing at all. I can tell you that now. Just an effort to sort of stay with these guys in a straight line. Unfortunately, it's a little bit futile there, but it's okay. We're still with these guys, which is what's important. We aren't just falling off the back. Obviously, the leaders have gone, as you'd expect to. This is a split, I think, which is a little bit above my pay grade, so to speak. But it's okay. Again, we'll focus on the battles we have, and hopefully that'll yield some nice results as the race goes on. I'm focusing on trying not to get any off tracks around here. Spa is super aggressive with off tracks. It's more so than the rest of the iRacing calendar, which sort of begs the question, why haven't they been looked at yet? Because the most important thing you can have with rules like that is consistency, and Spa is definitely a blip on that consistency scale. Yeah, AMG behind us and have a good run, I think, up the hill. Oh, I'm bad through Stavilo 2. Unfortunately, I can't do anything here. I'm going to just stay on the inside. I don't want him to even have a look at me before we get to Blanchimont. He's not going to do it, I don't think. I'm not going to let him anyway. Actually touched the brakes a little bit there. You saw that, just getting the nose in. Guy in front is not running a great line right now. Makes it quite frustrating. Again, the guy brakes super early there. Nearly run into the back of him this time. So now this is going to let the guy behind me get a good run on me now. I have to sort of adjust my line to try and make sure I didn't run into the back of that fella. Easy. Hug the wall. That's as smooth as I can possibly be. Even smooth as I can be on the throttle there without sort of engaging the traction control. I've got a feeling I'm going to be a sit and duck again. We'll see. I turned him way too early. Now I'm going to get slowed down. No, just off track. I'm going to have to let him have it now. Damn, that's frustrating. The front end just pushing a lot there. Not much I can really do about it. I mean, he would have passed me anyway, but look at that straight line speed difference. What can I do about that? Outbrake him is what I can do. I think he was very kind there. He braked quite early. Actually surprised him a little bit, I think. The inside, keep it nice and tight, and then smooth on the throttle on the exit. Run to the exit. Use this curb a little bit on the outside, not too much. I see front end just washing again there. Tristan in front's starting to pull away a bit now. I think he's starting to get into his rhythm, which means that unfortunately my sort of time to strike has passed. But I'll just wait for him to make a mistake. Oh my god, come on, front end. Front end's starting to be a little bit feisty. Feisty is the wrong word, non-cooperative. Guy behind's getting a bit closer as well, and he is just in the faster car around here. I will say that, no, I'm going to say that a few times because it is just true. This car is just not as fast as, I'm not sure if it's the slowest car around here or not, but it's very close to being that. Definitely not a competitor for the AMG, which just seems to have the same sort of cornering speed and then another 5 or 10 Ks down the straight. So, well, I'm still hanging on. We're still one up from our starting position. I've got a feeling that's going to end though, because that AMG is getting a bit closer, and now that turn-in was absolutely awful. Luckily, he's not close enough to make a move unless he really dives, which he shouldn't do from there. Saying that, I've messed it up. Ah, damn it, messed it up big time. Come on, traction control. And luckily, I think I actually put off the guy behind a little bit there, so I got lucky there a little bit. My mistake put him off. The strats coming into play there. Advanced technique. Pretending to almost die so the guy behind me has a panic attack. Best racing driver strategy. Anyway, still going. Tristan pulling away still. Let's try and get Eau Rouge right this time. The car really grips initially and then it starts sliding. You have to sort of take into account that initial grip and then go from there. Luckily now, we're not actually going to be under attack going until they come, so I can actually take my proper racing line for a change through here. Maybe that'll help me take a little bit of time on the guys in front. Who knows? Oh, here it comes. Oh, look at that speed. I mean, what can I do about that, really? Drive a different car will be the most upvoted comment, I imagine. Oh, yeah. Give me that traction control drift. The worst drift. Traction control drift is like bloody drifting with stabilizers on. I'm doing it, Dad! No, you're not, son. You're a failure. Ah, come on, Jimmy. I don't think I'm driving particularly bad either. I'm up on my relative right now, which is good. I'm just feel slow. So my best lap time I managed on a race fuel was an 18.1 in practice, and that felt almost perfect. It felt fantastic. And I look at the standings and notice that someone's done like a 16, you know, in the AMG. Oh, someone did a 15, but I'm pretty sure that's on qualifying pace. Easy. Trying to make the most of this diff setting for the rotation, but it's not. Oh no, I've messed that up. See, the thing is, he's 4/10 behind now, but that's close enough for him to probably make a move up here. Maybe at the bus stop. The thing is, he's being held up now. He's definitely being held up by me. Without a shadow of a doubt, but there's nothing you can really do about it, which is great for me. Bad for him, of course. Start braking a bit earlier, mess that up again nearly. Right behind, really very deep into the braking zone there. I think he actually spun. I think he got it wrong. He's disappeared. Yeah, a bit too deep into the braking zone, bless him. That's my fastest lap, a 19.3. That's not too bad. One tyre fire, boy. The diff is quite open, it seems. I'm not quite sure why I've opted for that. Well, I say opted for it. This is basically the baseline setup from BRS, but with a couple of tweaks on my end for it, just to make it a bit more drivable for me. But I'm not quite sure why I didn't touch the diff that much. All I did was I took the coast down a little bit, but still, I don't like an aggressive coast. I'm not a fan of it. It's only a little no man's land here. Oh, saying that, someone's dead. Please, someone dead. I could use a position. Oh, well, there's the cloud of smoke to indicate something's happened, and that was also a really bad lay com, which has allowed the number 6 car to get a bit closer. So maybe we have a new challenger. to try and overtake the struggle bus. Working a little bit there. I tried to slide that car a little bit there just so I can get on the throttle a bit earlier. Very weird way of driving through there. See how smooth I have to be with my inputs. And with the brake and the throttle, just to try and avoid the weight shifting too violently. The setup really doesn't like that. This setup really rewards being smooth. Which is really interesting, because I used to be a really ragged driver. I used to be sawing the wheel at every corner. And sort of in the last year or so, especially with the OSW, definitely come a lot smoother. And it is just faster, once you get it right. So not bad through the Stavlos there. We've got a nice gap to the guy behind. We should be alright to the bus stop. And I have to allow myself about 6/10 or so on a straight before I can say I'm safe. Lift through Blanchimont is getting bigger and bigger. Braking a bit early. That's a bit too early this time. Could use first through there, but second's alright. We gained a bit of time in the bus stop, which is good. That is good. I think that's an Audi in front, maybe getting held up or holding up the AMG. Big slide there. You hear the traction control kick in. That's nutty, you do it quickly. Now these guys in front need to fight a bit, because I'm just not capable of catching them on my own. There's no chance. Absolutely no chance. I need to either fight or make a mistake. Oh, speaking of, someone's off. That is, I think that was the Audi in front of the guy in front. So, wait, but okay. Everyone from 1st to 10th have a crash. There you go. It seemed to work just then. But up to P11 now. I wonder if he was helped off at all. Oh my god. Speaking of, here comes an Audi. Man, that gap really came down. Jeez, where did he come from? That's someone else? Easy, easy boy. I'm going to lose a position here to this Audi because he's just come from nowhere and it's now doing like 1 billion miles an hour, so I can't see myself defending this very well. Easy down to 4th there. You've got to be careful when you do the downshift there, because it does upset the weight of the car a little bit. You get a bit of a wiggle. And I am not at a club strutting my stuff, so I don't really want to wiggle. I'm at Spa, getting wrecked by everyone else. Nice and soft. You see, I'm being as smooth as I possibly can, but it's just, there's not much to gain from it. Right, 6/10, that's going to be tough to defend from. Again, we were sort of quicker through the last part of the middle sector there, but I lost a bit of time through the first part. Which definitely isn't ideal. Here comes the Audi. I don't think he's going to have a... If he does have a stab here, it's going to be very late. He doesn't. I'm not really watching my mirror there. I'm relying on my peripheral vision just to check the lights aren't getting closer at an alarming rate. Doing some pretty nice consistent lap times though. That's about as much as I can ask for myself right now. The car isn't awful to drive. It's not... It doesn't feel slow. It just is. Like, does that make sense? I think it makes sense. I just don't quite have that edge that I need really to be competitive in this race. I knew it was going to be sort of a go backwards and defence kind of race. But I'm alright with that. So 9/10 over Eau Rouge. Let's see how much that comes down by the time we get to Lake Elm. Already lost 3/10. Foot is flat to the floor and then some. We lose half a second. That is quite demoralising, but oh, a bit too eager there to get into the left-hander. Luckily no off-track given. Off-track very easy to get on the exit there. Don't know why I went to 5th there. No need for it. Easy, easy. And now, take 3rd early. Okay, I need to double check my fuel in a second. Something I don't want to think about right now is my fuel. Well, the pit lane here is easy enough. I've practiced it. I should be okay through it. I don't foresee any problems anyway. And it's uphill braking to the cone as well, so you can brake pretty late. bit too smooth through there, Jimmy. Don't be afraid to let the rip every now and then. The Audi behind me is faster. I can't do much about it. Apart from just try and be a bit quicker through here. Turning way too early. That's what you don't want to do. You turn in early there, you don't have to wait on the throttle. Now, he shouldn't be on me by Blanchimont, hopefully. Because he might have a look up the inside here. And if he does, he's not going to do it. I'm going to... There he goes, a bit slow there. I'm going to defend it. There you go. Luckily I'm a lot better coming out of the bus stop than here, so I get a little bit of a buffer there. I try not to lean on the traction control too much out there. But he's a lot closer than he has been, so this might be it. There we go. That's probably sealed it now. A little wiggle. So I'll keep an eye on the fuel. Okay. It's going to be close at the line. I might try and short shift a bit. That Audi's going to be on me. I'm going to actually take the defensive line here. I am racing this guy, so I don't want to make it easy for him. There you go. Nice. Stay ahead for another half lap at least. This poor BMW in a straight line. It's so sad. So demoralising. Oh, it's part of it. I really do think, though, I know that obviously I'm going to say this in this particular race because I am sort of a little bit further off, but I really do think that you should have to pick a car, and the first official race you do at the season locks your car for the season. I know iRacing want to sell shit, so they make, you know, some cars faster at certain circuits, so I haven't got that car, I'll buy it so I can be fast. I know there's a bit of that going on. But in the interest of having like a fair race and seeing the cars actually be developed over the course of a season, that's, you know, there's a lot more to say there in terms of immersion and realism if you did that, but I doubt that'll ever happen. I think it's been suggested many times, so oh, that's going to be off track. Not really worth it either. I need the guys behind to fight a bit. I'm not really doing well keeping these guys there. So Blanchimont shouldn't be close enough for a move. It isn't. Also, like, you can't really ever take through there unless you're well alongside. Again, gonna go defensive. Bad. Just a little bit too eager to get on the throttle there. Still faster out of there than he was, but just not enough. I'm probably not going to risk the extra lap on fuel. I haven't really got time to save it. This should be it now. He's a lot closer than he has been. I know I've not got relative up right now, but I'm keeping an eye on the fuel. He's visually closer. That's a big lift through there this time. Yeah, here he comes. All I can do is go defensive and hope that he doesn't have the run. He's going to... Oh, nothing. Look at that. Absolutely nothing I can do there. Nothing I can do to defend that. He's passed. Gotta just now hope I don't fall any further down. Maybe I'm putting some pressure on and make a mistake somewhere. That's what I've got to rely on right now, unfortunately. Oh my... Okay. Some nice level 2 hydraulics there on the Audi. Getting those style points wide there. Yeah, I'm sticking to him like glue through here, but as soon as we get to the back straight, he's going to just pull away from me. I heard the Audi isn't actually too great around here, but it looks pretty fast to me. Maybe I'm just slow. Who knows? Having to wait. Try and grab a little bit of slipstream up here. It's not really going to work though. Well, I'm not just falling back, which is nice. Yeah, I'm getting some slipstream. You can see the relative changing there. A nice blanchiment as well. Guy behind, really deep into the braking zone there. There was a change of position behind me. Yeah, I'm going to pit in, I guess, end of the next lap. Oh, that was a bit tight, Jimmy. Wah, come back! Come back! Friend! Bit of switching down the hill there, that's nice. Try and carry the speed up. I can there. That's about as close as you can get to getting off track without actually getting one. Look at the toe. Look at the difference in speed. Look at the difference in speed just being in the toe here. And that, I mean, I'm sort of doing his speed now. I gained 4 tenths on the straight. Oh my. Oh, bit of gravel there. If I was in VR, that would have shook me up. Oh, guy again going for the warp strats. Okay, try and keep it neat. I can sort of stay here. Well, I think it's just steadily pulling away. Not much I can really do about that. Yeah, look at him now. Now he's broken the toe. Try a slower entry there for a faster exit. Sometimes it works, not every time though. We're getting near to the top of 5th, sort of suggests I am still getting some toe. Look how relative the slipstream, look how much time I'm gaining. That sort of shows you just how much faster the other cars are around here. Because I now have his speed almost in a straight line, and I'm 6 tenths up on my time. I've fallen back a bit now, I think I've lost the toe. What am I touching the brake for through there? We'll pit in the next lap. Don't trust that fuel to get me to the end. Oh my Christ almighty, that guy was so deep on the brakes there, actually scared me a little bit. I don't know what you're doing, man. Well, he's obviously looking to punt. But he looks like he actually got a slow down there, so GG him. I was so slow through there. That really distracted me. I looked up at my mirror just to see I wasn't going to get punted, and he was there, so... Right, okay, just checking where my controller is over there. Focus on Eau Rouge now. For those who don't know, I use my controller as my button box, basically, because I don't have any buttons on this OSW wheel, which you can probably imagine, which is also another reason why I use the shifter here. Going to try defend here, not much I can really do. Come across a little bit. There you go, nice, managed to just outbrake him a little bit there. The thing is, the BMW is pretty decent on the brakes, which is, I think, something it has over the other cars, so I can really get on the brakes a bit later than he does and just sort of defend a bit easier. Oh, that's bad. Turned him way too late. Oh, good exit though, not a bad exit. Oh man. Need this pit stop really, I need to have a bit of a chill. I've been sort of under attack for most of the race, so I need a little bit of a respite really. That pit stop will be nice. Little guy in front warping a lot, so sort of lucky you got past him really, because that connection looks pretty dangerous. Don't want to be near that, otherwise I'll get killed. I get as far ahead as possible before we get up on the straight. I don't know if that's going to be enough or not. I'm pitting in this lap anyway, so I'm going to pull over to the right hand side after Blanchimont. Hopefully he understands what's going on. He backs out of it there, I don't think he even wants to try it, which is probably good. Bit of self-preservation never hurt. Okay, so he's going a bit wide there, so I'm going to... Let's brake and try and work this out. There is the pit lane. Okay, not a bad pit in. I've done better. People pitting in sort of the same lap as well. Just gonna take a swig of water here. Important to keep hydrated. Okay. This is actually quite difficult to get round here in one piece. I can see you gain time doing that well. Trying to get it to hit 60k's a bit more. Oh, don't want to hit 61, I'll get killed. Right, where is my fella? Where are you, dude? Come on. There he is. So it's easy to straight in. Go, 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 go. Wait for that fuel, wait to hit 30. And revs. Oh, no way! Go, go, go! Oh my god, that really caught me off guard. Got on. Damn it! Well, we lost some time there, not much I can really do about that, unfortunately. Damn it, I wish I bloody fought to get on the button quicker. That's something that I'm really struggling with, is getting on that button. Damn it, lost the place there. Well, hopefully these guys can fight a bit and I'll be able to pull some time back, but I'm not sure how competitive I can be. There comes the leader, so he's a long way ahead, jeez. I know it's a long pit lane here, but he is miles ahead. Oh man, this car's a bit fat now. Come on, thickness. Jean and Patrick need to have a bit of a fight, please. That would do me just grand. I'm thinking about it. Oh man, this car is really not responding now on this fuel. I have to hope the guys in front are sort of experiencing similar issues, otherwise I'm just going to just fall back. Being a bit softer, making sort of backing up my braking just a tiny bit. Okay, I don't think it's necessarily over yet. These guys are struggling, it seems, to adapt to the car being on more fuel on worse tyre. Okay, avoided the off track there, came very close to getting it. There you go. Softly, softly. And this is where I'm going to lose a shed of time. Right, you guys need to fight, please. I've lost quite a bit of... Oh man, that was a bad stop. Oh well. Gotta focus. Right, go on, go side by side. Go on, do it. I'm not going to do it. Oh man, that was scary. Turning way too early. Wasn't quite sure where to turn in there. Car turning a bit better than I anticipated. Only a little bit though. Watch out for those sausage curbs. They want to ruin your day. A bit slow through there. A bit tardy. Although the gap is sort of about the same to the guys in front. Hopefully we gain a couple of places back in the pits. I don't think it was necessarily a bad outlap. Just lost about 2 seconds getting off the limiter. Which is 2 seconds on track is quite frustrating to lose just like that. So some people coming out of the pits now. I think we're gonna I'll have to check the relative when we come back through next lap. Oh my god, the understeer now! This car is not behaving itself. So ahead of Hamey and Sebastian, John and Patrick go and fight. They are having a little bit of a fight now. That's good. That needs to happen. I can't catch them otherwise. I also need to drive better. I need to adapt to this different car now. Otherwise, I'm going to end up losing a lot of time. I'm going to be pretty good on fuel. I probably should put a little bit less fuel in to account for the fact that I couldn't do the extra lap. But I haven't got the buttons. If it's on the wheel, it would be a lot easier. But it's not. I can't have that much time looking at my gamepad. I just don't have that capacity, unfortunately. Sort of staying with these guys, doing my best to anyway. You see just how smooth I'm trying to be with the throttle through here. There you go, that's a nice car actually hooked up there and we got through last button pull on pretty nicely. These guys are close, they are going to start fighting I think. I feel like Jean is faster than Patrick, which is sort of the way round I want them to be. Thing is though, if I do catch them and I do get past them, I can't get away from them. So I don't know really if I want to be involved in terms of trying to save my safety rating a bit. And now the sad boy is on the straight. Look at that relative, just goes up. Oh, Jean actually waiting a little bit behind. He's going to go for the move into the bus stop. No, Patrick comes across to defend. I think Jean's hoping to do it in a straight line, so he hasn't really got to work for it on a straight or something. We were pretty strong for the bus stop there, nice. Took half second out of them there. Car actually felt alright there in the braking zone. Not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Well there, it didn't want to give me a second, which is frustrating because ending braking's a thing. Oh, come on! The cars in front, are we catching them or not, I wonder? Oh, understeer through there. I sort of kept the throttle in a bit longer than I usually would in an effort to try and lose less time. There you go, so here comes John there. He looks to the inside. Looks like Patrick's going to defend the inside line. John's going to try the outside. Patrick comes across a little bit as he's entitled to do. They are now side by side. No, it looks like Patrick's come out of it ahead just about. No, still side by side. Good. This is good. Look how much time that's gaining me now. I'm going to get back involved again. Okay. Second gear through here, please. Good. Keep the nose in. So we're in P12. I think that's the same position I pitted in. I want to say maybe. I don't actually know. I'll have to double check that after the video. But there is a top 10 here on the line. If one of these guys makes a mistake and end up sort of being held up and I can get through, it's going to take something out of my hands, unfortunately, though. It's not something that I can do on pace. Not at this point. Does look like Patrick's a little bit ragged, though. I've noticed I'm gaining for him. Well, those two just through most corners. Easy, easy. Oh, a bit too tight there. Run over the inside curb. It's quite a high curb as well. It can throw the car out. Luckily, it was sort of cooperative there. I'm just using all the track I can here just to try and stay with these guys. Come on, little Z4. I know it's hard. I know you're the underdog. But I believe. Okay. How close can we get through here? I broke myself a tiny bit there, but still a good bus stop. Because look how much time we gain. Look how much time we gain through there. Come on. It is not over. It's definitely not over. Come on, Z4. Now, Jean's going to be aware of this. He's going to see that I'm gaining onto the back of both of those guys. He's going to get by Patrick. I think this is going to be it for him, actually. No, Patrick wide. Jean gets on the traction control a little bit, it seems, out of there. Slows himself down. I'm getting a bit of a tow now down the hill, but again, not really enough to stay competitive. But I just hope that I get a good run through a Rouge, which it's alright, it's not awful. No off track through there. Actually faster than Jean, but again we're going to lose a bit of time now. We're in the slipstream now, so I'm going to lose a little bit less time. So this is now a three-way race for 10th position. Come on, come on, little Z4. Show them you're capable. All I need is one mistake from one of them and I'm through. Just hammering the throttle there, trying to get the car to rotate in that last part of the complex. They can gear for Ravage. I can now almost reach out and touch the spoiler of that number 9 car in front. Oh, Patrick very wide there. Mistake from him. Now I've got the run. John sees it coming. Comes across. And then, for whatever reason, I really must mess up Pouon. Not much I can really do there. I tried to make it work around the outside. Haven't quite got that much grip. Understeer through there. I don't want to get the off track. It's not worth it right now. Okay, that's good. A bit closer. Yeah, definitely closer. Although Jaime behind would have gained from that. Going side by side through the Fania chicane is not fast. Oh, that understeer through there. Brutal understeer. John definitely got on off track there. Come on. Come on, Z4. How long left we got? Not long. I'm not even going to look. I'm going to just drive. Oh, that's bad, Jimmy. I braked so early for that. Oh, off track. God damn it. Come on, getting sloppy. Getting sloppy. Now, John's going to be quicker now. He's going to be right on the back of Patrick, I think, going to Lake Holm. This could be his chance to get by and my chance to get close to both of them. Yep, a little bit sloppy over Rouge, doesn't matter. Over Radion there, sort of a bit of a slide. Okay, side by side going. Again, side by side. Do it, do it. I'm going to try and stay in this draft as long as I can. Give me the gear, damn it. Patrick is definitely keeping us all together at this point. Which is good for me, of course. Jean's probably swearing in his helmet at this point. Again, the better run out of Pouon, or out of No Name, I should say. Had to do it, had to do it. Threw it up the inside there of Jean. After P11. That was scary. Now I've got to run. Then we have a little bit of a slipstream from Patrick in front. Nothing much though. John's going to have more on me. Smash the throttle there. Just trying to get on it as quick as I can. White flag coming up, so this is it. Last lap. Top 10 in front of me. I'm not sure if it's possible, but I'll definitely give it my best shot. Jean had a good run out of there, so that's going to be something I've got to look forward or look back to anyway. Coming off Kemmel Straight. Oh! Looks like Jean ran it a little bit too deep there. That's going to help me out. It's going to get a better run. I'm going to be just on the back of Patrick. Patrick needs to make a little bit of a mistake here for me to get close. Oh, I made the mistake instead. That's bad. Okay. Oh, Jean's going to have a run. I'm going to stay on the inside. I'm not giving it back to him. No way. Not after I work for it. Patrick goes wide into Lake Holm. Look at the chances there. Come on. Oh, I got so slow out of there. So the chance of getting to Pouon isn't going to be there. Maybe they'll have him quick out of Pouon. I can get him in the chicane. He's slow on the entry, very slow on the entry. Come on. Oh, understeer off. Got another off track. God damn it. Jean's all over the back of me now. It's going to be a tight finish. Trying to get any more off tracks. I'm actually got the slipstream from Patrick, so I'm sort of safe from Jean now. He's going to gain on me though, but hopefully not enough. He's closer, he runs off track there. Not going to be enough to get Patrick. Can I defend from Jean right at the end? Come on, go, go, go. There you go. Oh no, P10. Go on, Zaf, you're on the line. We get a top 10 after all. Yes! Nice! The Z4 gets a top 10! Oh, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Good racing there from Jean. Definitely gave me a lot more room than he should have done there, but we got past and managed somehow a top 10 in the struggle bus. I am very happy with that. Oh my god, that was so challenging. So challenging. But guys, if you enjoyed that video, make sure to hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit subscribe to be notified of future videos. Rooster in the background is giving me a celebratory whatever the fuck a rooster does. Oh, take care guys. Have an awesome day. See you all next time.